What's up guys, in this video we're going to be doing a speed test of the original iPad Air versus the new iPad Air 2, which is right here to the right in white. The black one is the original iPad Air. So what we're going to be doing is opening some apps, some games, loading some websites, downloading some apps, doing benchmarks, speed test, pretty much putting these two iPads head to head to see which comes out on top as the fastest device. Now we're going to start this off with a boot test. Both of these iPads are off, so I'm going to turn both of them on. We're just going to see which of these turn on the fastest. So I'm going to go ahead and lift them up here, so that way I can get my fingers under them so I can hit the power buttons on them. And here we go. 3, 2, 1. And press them at the same time. And let's let these things turn on. And we're just going to see which one turns on the fastest. Messing up the white balance here a little bit. Alright, so it looks like the iPad Air 2 is already turning on. Then we're at the first iPad Air. Seeing the screens dim a little bit. Let's give it a little bit of time here. And there's the iPad Air 2. And there's the original iPad Air. So there's a little bit of a difference there, not too much, but as you've seen, it was about a second faster. Alright, so the next test we're going to do is accessing the camera from the lock screen. So I'm going to swipe up at the same time. 3, 2, 1. And let's just see, it looked like the iPad Air 2 was just a hair faster there. That may have just been because of the swipe of my finger, but it does show you that the iPad Air 2 may be a little bit quicker as far as just doing like basic tasks like that. Now obviously the iPad Air 2 has a new chip in it, which is Apple's A8X chip, which is actually faster than the iPhone 6 Plus, which was just released also. This has Apple's A8 chip, this is Apple's A8X chip. Now the iPad Air, the original one, has Apple's A7 chip. So there's going to be a pretty big difference between these two chips here. There's even a difference between the iPhone 6 Plus and this one, like I said before, so you're definitely going to see a speed difference between these two, which is what we're going to be testing. The original iPad Air has Apple's M7 chip, where the new iPad Air 2 has Apple's M8 chip, which is their motion coprocessor. That handles the accelerometer, the gyroscope, pretty much everything to do with when you're moving your phone around. It can actually determine whether you're walking or you're driving. It's really smart and it handles pretty much everything like that for you. Alright, so I went ahead and made a page on both iPads of apps we're using in this video. I'll go ahead and tap the home button on both of these, or double tap rather, just to show you that I don't have any apps running in the background. I went ahead and cleared out everything on these iPads. They're freshly restored, except for these apps that I've downloaded right here. Alright, so we're going to start out with the Geekbench 3 app. This is pretty much a benchmark test of the processor in your iPad. So we're going to go ahead and run these at the same time. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. So it's going to give us a score for both iPads, and we're going to match them up and see how they do. Alright, so they're all done now. The original iPad Air got a score of 2,652, where the iPad Air 2 got a score of 4,520. So obviously much better. That's almost double the score of the original iPad Air from the iPad Air 2. So that's pretty good. Obviously going to be a good bit faster and just a better working iPad. But I will say, this is the original iPad Air. This is not that old. This iPad is going to be completely fast enough to do pretty much everything you want to do. It's just that this one is a little bit faster. Next thing we're going to do is open a couple apps and just test the speed of how fast they open. So I got Twitter and Facebook here. We're going to try out those first. I'll start out with Twitter. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Try to open those at the exact same time, and we'll just see which opens up first. So it looks like the iPad Air 2 was a little bit faster, just like a half a second there. Not too much of a difference. We'll go ahead and do Facebook now. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And it looks like they're about the same. Maybe the iPad Air iPad Air 2 is just a hair faster again. If you think about it in broad terms though, the iPad Air 2, with just that half a second difference every time you open an app over the life of this device, you're going to actually save a lot of time when you add it all up. And then especially if you consider how many people are going to buy the iPad Air 2, think about how much collective time everybody saves using this one over this one. When just opening apps, that half a second will add up. That's pretty crazy to think about. Again, it's not a huge difference, but I'm not complaining. If it's faster, that's always better. Alright, so now we're going to try opening some games on both these iPads and just see how fast they load and open up and see if it's faster on the iPad Air 2. So here we go. We're going to start out with Asphalt 8. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and tap those. Release at the same time. I guess I'll go ahead and turn the iPad so you can see that. But as you see, the iPad Air 2 was a little bit ahead there. I don't know if you noticed that. Alright, so it's ahead. It's already loaded up. And there's the original iPad Air. Alright, we're ready. Let's go ahead and start this race. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And release. Almost missed that one. Alright, so let's just see how fast they load up. Alright, the 2 is already loading. A little bit ahead here. Alright, so not a huge difference again, but I mean it is a little bit faster. Alright, so we're already racing, and it looks like the 2 was just a little bit ahead there. Not a huge difference, but it was faster. Alright, next thing we're going to try is BB Racing, so here we go. 3, 2, 1. Boop. And let's see how fast they open up. Looks like the original iPad Air was a little bit lag behind there. Oops, these apps are upside down. I guess we'll let it load up. Alright, it's loading now, so I'll flip them around. What is up with this? Alright, so the 2 is almost done loading here. It's already loaded up. The original iPad Air is still loading. Still loading. Come on, anytime now. Get up with this A8X processor, come on, there we go. Alright, so now we are ready to race, I think. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, play! And there's the 2, ahead again. Not by much, but a little bit. Alright, so here I don't think there's be much of a difference, but as you've seen, I did load up a good bit faster here on the 2 than I did the original iPad Air, and it actually looks better too. With this lighting shining down on it, I can just see so much better on the 2 because it's laminate screen, which I may make a video like specifically on that, but yeah, it does look much better on the iPad Air 2 in this lighting. This just looks like so much more dim, and I made sure the brightness and everything was right, they're even. This is just much better. Alright, the last game we're going to check out, which really isn't a game, it's more of like a sandbox app, is Zen Garden. I love this app. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you do. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. And this app is just amazing, just to see it on these iPads and like control it. It looks like it's a video, you'll see. If you see my last speed test, you've seen this app. The 2 is already loading up. Unreal Engine is still showing up here. So here we go. This is already like ready for me to tap to start. This iPad original is lagging behind a little bit. Alright, they're ready to go. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Tap to start. Alright, so that's about the same, but the 2, again, looks much better. Like, this looks dim and reflective, and this, I can see it. It just makes the picture look much more clear. I know that has nothing to do with the speed test video, but yeah, I thought I'd mention that. Alright, so let's go ahead and tap to go over to this tree. 3, 2, 1. This tree is amazing. Oh, I think I missed the tap there. This tree is amazing though. I'll just show you just how much, like, how crazy it looks. Look at this. Alright, so I can swipe my finger and it grows like flowers and blooms this tree. It is amazing. Look at that. I'm not really noticing much of a difference as far as like how these iPads are handling it. Both iPads are doing a pretty good job. So yeah, not really much of a difference as far as the gameplay, but I mean, you should, if you're, whoa, what was that? If you're playing games on this, it should obviously run a little bit better on the iPad Air 2 than the original iPad Air, but this thing is still fast. Look, I'm still doing this on the iPad Air. This is amazing. It's just not wanting to work right now. It does work, trust me. It's just not wanting to let me bloom this whole tree. Now we're gonna do a YouTube video test. We're just gonna tap on a video at the same time to see if it loads up faster on the 2 than it does the original iPad Air. So we're gonna obviously pick a PewDiePie video since it's already like featured on the home page as usual. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. And let's see if it loads up faster. Hopefully we won't get an ad on one of them and not on the other. I'm guessing we will. There's an ad. All right, good, both of them have an ad. So the 2's already loading up the ad. And there is the original iPad Air. Alright, I'm going to try to skip these ads at the same time. 3, 2, 1. Let's see if that will actually make a difference. Alright, so it looks like they're loading up about the same time. Maybe not. Alright. Alright, so it was a little bit faster. Not too much of a difference. Again, about the same thing as opening apps. A second, maybe 2 seconds faster as far as loading YouTube video. And that may have just been because I'm on the same Wi-Fi network, both these iPads. Lots of different factors can play into that. That's just a quick little test. Alright, now what we're going to do is download an app from the App Store. I've got Minecraft Pocket Edition pulled up here. We're going to do these at separate times so that way they're not interfering with each other as far as like the Wi-Fi and stuff like that. And I'm just going to put the time on the screen. So I'm going to start out with the iPad Air 2. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. And nope. 3, 2, 1. And alright, so it is done and installed on the iPad Air 2. So there's the time on the screen right there. I don't really know, obviously, because I'm going to do that in editing. Now let's go ahead and try the original iPad Air. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Alright, and there's the time for the original iPad Air. So you can see if that was a difference right there. Obviously, again, I can't tell until I'm editing. Alright, now for the fun part, we got the speed test app loaded up on both these iPads. I'm going to run these tests at separate times again, so that way they don't interfere with each other. And we're just going to see if the Wi-Fi is faster on the 2 than it is the original. Here we go. I'll start out with the original iPad Air. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Begin test. And obviously, this test is going to be different every time you do it, so we can't really base it off of this. It's just fun to look at and just see if the Wi-Fi ends up being faster on the new one. Alright, so whoa, we're getting 10 down, 15, 16. I'm supposed to be getting 30 now, so that's kind of disappointing. Alright, so we got 14.55, and then upload, hey, there we go, 5.7. Alright, so for the upload, we got 5.53, not too bad. My internet's supposed to be 30 down and 5 up, so the upload is a little bit faster, but the download is like half the speed, so that's kind of crap. Thanks, Time Warner Cable. Alright, now let's go ahead and try it, only 2. Begin test. There we go. Now that's what we're supposed to be getting. Oh, nope. It's going back down. So it was up to like 20 something there, which is closer to what we're supposed to be getting. So it looks like we got actually slower download on the iPad Air 2, so 12.19. Then on the upload, we also got slower. It's 3.78. I'll go ahead and try that one more time, just as a test. Hey, there we go. It's going back down again. It starts out really fast and then it starts dropping. Huh. So 12.21. Oh, the upload hit 8 there for a second. Alright, so the upload came out a little bit faster that time. I think the download is actually even a little bit slower than the last time. So yeah, obviously not the best test. It's just for fun, just to see. But obviously the iPad Air original killed the iPad Air 2 on that test. That doesn't mean it's going to happen like that for you though, because the Wi-Fi network I'm on is crappy, and 1 minute it'll be working, and then the next minute it won't. So take that into account. Alright guys, thank you for watching. That's my speed test of the iPad Air 2 versus the original iPad Air. If this video did help you out in some way, make sure you click the like button down below and subscribe to my YouTube channel right there so you don't miss any of my future videos. I've got my review coming out on the iPad Air 2, more videos on iPhones and tech stuff in general, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.